Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax to a long episode of Rudy rambles about the state of the magic market, while in the background, an absolute mad lad of a patron says, Rudy, open the entire case of the worst magic product in history and try to keep people's attention by doing the Rudy rambles of magic's current market and some of the spoilers and leaks happening. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. My patron, Taylor H., all the way over there in California, says, Rudy, I don't think Epilogue gets the credit it deserves and that kind of concept. So let's take a, oh, that's a beautiful picture right there. Look, I still do not think this product is the hottest mess of all time. I have a small position in this product for myself. I've got a couple cases I kept and everything. First, before we get into Rudy rambles about some other things going on with these new releases, and kind of the rumors and the news about these new sets coming out. Before we go into all that, I want to just talk about kind of the whole Epilogue situation. Let's refresh everyone's memory of what happened, how we got here, what we think is going to happen next, and give you all the Rudy opinion. So remember, these are tiny little packs, kind of Assassin's Creed is the 2.0 of this kind of thing, where essentially it's, oh, okay, pack one, there you go. And there's nothing else usually going on. A little rare, that's it. You're always kind of looking for that one main little legendary hit, a little multiverse frame, or you're looking for some sort of kind of, is Frillback still anything? I don't even know if Frillback's even a card of value. The box prices of this thing are sitting about on TCG Player of $45 plus tax. They are not skyrocketing. They are not going to zero. They are doing absolutely nothing. So these boxes out the door, you go to full checkout and click the button, you're looking at about 50 bucks a box. That's it. Not an expensive product. So the bar is not exactly super duper high to really, we're not trying to make 100, is Training Grounds a thing anymore? I'm gonna have to check some of that stuff. Like I said, I'm not even sure. I think, I feel like we should put even the rares that are a couple dollars, like the Tranquil and something like Training Grounds. There's still a couple dollar rares. And on a cheap product like that, oh, hello, there's a nice card. There's actually still a good amount of value there. Anyways, so while I'm doing this in the background, there's a lot of things I want to ramble and discuss with you all that we haven't really had a conversation about in a long time. First, this Aftermath, Epilogue, these cheap boxes, and of course, we need to talk about the Aftermath collector boxes. Been some interesting, we'll get into it in a second. So these Epilogue boxes, I think, my opinion was the set was too small. And because the set was too small, it didn't allow for enough chase and special. They didn't put enough surprising things in it. They watered it down and made it too cheap. They felt that, they felt it was such a cheap set. They really, I love the art on that. They felt it wasn't deserving of expensive or chase or sear. Like, they didn't do that with this product. I don't know why they kind of made it that cheap, but they did. And it's like, because they sold it to us real cheap, they didn't think it deserved certain things. I don't know. Now, let's be positive on this thing, okay? Now, one of the most important things to understand was this product was not overprinted, okay? So that's what makes this whole conversation interesting. Unlike other products from the a couple years ago in the bear market that had tremendous, Sigardia, I know some of these Sigardia are actually worth something. Some of them in this time period, a lot of things were at the tail end of overprinting. This is when Wizards started to adjust. I don't know if Epilogue ever got any additional reprint. Like, this was supposed to be a normal product that, Mixie, that was supposed to be available for quite a while. And this thing had like an initial wave and that was it. Kind of reminds me what happened with, Nibmizzy. It kind of reminds me what happened with the Baldur's Gate situation with the draft and set. Like, they never really went back and reprinted it. And then now we're seeing Baldur's Gate, just everybody's like all bullish and positive on it after a couple years, and it became a very strange thing. I don't think Epilogue is going to share that same bullish path, but again, I don't know if $40, $50 boxes is the correct price as we continue to move into a future with inflation and high prices and how expensive Wizards has everything. It still just feels off to me. It just doesn't seem like something that is correctly priced, but we don't really, open the way. Wasn't this another $2, $3 rare? I thought that was another $2, $3 rare. A foil card, wow. See, so far, like, look at this little $50 box. Like, was this really that bad of a box? So, like, just starting off, this felt like a decent start to the video, Taylor. Like, this first little $50 box, I mean, that wasn't bad. Okay, that's it. That's box one already. I mean, we got a Karn, a foil Karn, an Ob Nixie. Like, I don't think that's a bad little blitz. Plus all the $2 training grounds, Tranquil, and everything. Like, that seems like that has to be 30, 40, 50 bucks worth of value just in box one. So that's always been my argument on this product. And I think it's too soon to know if, well, anything's going to come out of it. We don't have enough data. It's just not old enough. You know, we need another year or two under the belt. There's been no reprint restock. I think a lot of people were expecting kind of an Amazon dump on this product, but we haven't really had that. And of course, we haven't really had any. Ooh, spark rupture, beautiful framework there. We haven't really had any Amazon dumps of anything dramatic recently. It's been a long time, everybody. So anyway, as we're cracking this, I want to jump over real quick to the Aftermath. So here's the thing. The Aftermath collector boxes were, I think my cost was like 140s. Ooh, nice little Kiora for box one there. I think that I paid $145 for a collector box. Did I sell them to patrons for like $159 or something? I don't remember what they were at the beginning. Well, anyways, all the cases I kept, I took a huge bath on. Any patron who bought this product from me took a huge bath on it. Everybody lost in the product. It just came out and it just straight up collapsed. This product, or I'm sorry, the collector boxes did not do good at all. So, which is funny because everybody bashes Epilogue, but in reality, the Aftermath collector boxes are actually the items that kind of, Samut, are actually the item that actually fell apart. The Epilogue box has actually been extremely resilient. Like, there used to be talk of the Epilogue boxes, which is what we're opening today. Oop. Is Open the Way a $2, $3 card still? Is that, am I missing out on that? I could be missing out on that. Taylor, that could be a bunch of $2, $3 cards that we are skipping. I could be confusing with a different card and it's like 10 cents and you guys are laughing at me. I don't think the Bellacross, I don't think that one's anything. I could be wrong. Anyways, the Aftermath collector box was the worst collapsing collector box, I think, in Magic history. Because even store costs at almost $150, and we were all selling them for $150s to $170 at the beginning. It was a bloodbath. It was the worst repricing collapse we had ever seen. Anyways, as of filming this, I mean, well, not doing that bad, but still overall from where, you know, my cost basis and anyone who bought from me, and we're all pretty upside down and pretty pounded in the face with it. But anyways, collector boxes are on TCG Player of this product for $85 plus tax, or so what, 90 bucks to call it. Nice little Kiora. So collector boxes are probably about 90, maybe a little more, but let's just say 90. It could be like 95 with tax and shipping. Let's just say 90. Hey, our first Nissa of the video. She was a $20, $30 card. I don't know if it's still holding or not, but it's kind of crazy to buy a box for 50 bucks and there's $20, $30 cards even in the set. That's a kind of a very, it's kind of a very awkward kind of financial breakdown there. But anyway, so let's say Aftermath is 90 bucks a box collector. Still, that seems very low, but I don't know how they miscalculated it so bad. I don't know what they expected to happen. Everybody was very skeptical of this product. I didn't think it was that bad when it came out. And then, man, the market just completely it was the most rejected product It was probably the most rejected product I had ever seen in modern Magic. Like, I don't even know if we ever get another Magic product that comes out and goes from, you know, 150s to a low, or God, whatever the low was in the crash, probably 60, 70. So even at 90 bucks right now for a collector box, I mean, that's still a 40% decline. I mean, just absolutely incredible, you know, and I think it'll probably slowly drift back just because, well, there's no more really coming, and training grounds. There's no more real, let's put it this way. I don't think a lot of people are sitting on cases of Epilogue and Aftermath, okay? By the way, that is box 2 already, okay? I just want to give you guys an idea here. So we are 2 boxes in. So box 2, look at this, just right here, not including training grounds or anything. Like, if this is still 25 to 30 bucks. So again, this still has to be probably $40, $50 in cards. And I believe what you're seeing, this is why we see the stability in Epilogue. This is why I don't think, because everybody kept saying, Rudy, dude, when Epilogue goes like 20 bucks a box, you got to buy a bunch. You got to move in. And I've told everybody, no matter how much everybody hates this product, I don't think we see anything like that. I just don't think there's enough supply and enough downward pressure to force it to really hit those numbers. Training grounds. And you can't have a product go to $20 a box when you've got mythics in the set that are $2, $3, $4, $5, and then $25, $30. You can't have, oh, Karn. Like, you can't have $5 and $10 and a $25 Nissa. You can't have that. Like, I don't understand where the kind of the attitude is on that kind of thing, but you can't have a box at $20, $30, and then you have cards that are double the value of the box. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, if I could buy Epilogue at $20, $25 a box, I would buy all of it. I would corner the entire market out of that. But you can't. Like, the distributors that have a little bit of this left, the price wholesale is still $55, $60 or something. Ooh, training. Ooh, nice Training Grounds. Ooh, you're going to go up there. That's a nice one. That's got to be a $5 rare. You know, I mean, you know, it's just such an awkward thing. That's why I said sometimes, that's why, ooh, it's the first time I've seen the retro frame on that. That's why we like to randomly, you know, once or twice a year, go back to these old products like this because, you know, it's important to discuss this stuff. All right, we're getting ready to go over to a conversation about the new Magic and what's going on. There's been some interesting news there. Oh, got a little Narset coming up there. And I want to kind of have a conversation with everybody about some of this Magic news and what's going on and everything. So first, I want to start with a couple things. Let's start with the Infinity situation. Apparently, there is rumors and chatter about making some a silver bordered card legal or something. And it's had a huge impact and it's been swinging the Infinity market. I remember I did a collector box opening of Infinity and I was talking about that. Apparently, a lot of patrons, Sarkin. I had a lot of patrons reach out saying, hey, that's what's going on. We got a silver bordered card that people are, I don't know if it's playable or allowed to be played now. There's kind of a, oh, I love the art on that. That seems to be what sparked the whole swinging attitude. I said, oh, okay, well, that makes sense, everybody. So that's where it started. I love the ley line with the old frame. Next, we have the Space Shocklands from Infinity. Has been quite interesting. And then now let's pause there and let's jump over to the Baldur's Gate thing. Remember, folks, this YouTube channel is sponsored by you all and myself. I don't think Bellicross is worth anything. So I have no outside sponsors besides the patrons and viewers like you all. So remember that, folks. And friendly reminder of the big events coming up here. Yes, we are going to be carrying the new Magic set, the Duskmourn Scariness. And yes, folks, we got the new Flesh and Blood with the exclusive graded promo card coming up here. And yes, we have Arthurian Legends coming up here in the next 60 days with the mega reveal and things coming up. We got a lot of cool stuff like that happening. And yes, folks, we are about a week away, depending when you watch this video, of the loyalty specialty sale. We are going to be doing Baldur's Gate Commander Legends 2 Baldur's Gate collector boxes to the patrons here. And essentially the most expensive price will be, I don't know, TCG player minus a few bucks a box. And then pretty much the longer you're a patron, your discount gets bigger. Ooh, our first frill back there. Haven't seen frill back in a while. And yeah, so pretty much the pricing is going to be as low as probably around 100, 109 bucks. Ooh, Calyx. And all the way up to probably the $199 range, depending on when you're a patron for these cases. So friendly reminder, folks, it's going to be a really fun thing. It's kind of something I've been working on a long time. And by the way, Taylor, that is box 3. Again, no NIST on there, but still, that seemed like a weaker one based on the pulls that we did get. So anyways, we have a lot of exciting things coming up here. And I encourage everyone to remember to always kind of, you know, take all this information you hear from me and the internet and social media, take it all in, you know, make your own opinions, kind of figure out what you believe in. But remember, folks, Rudy is definitely wrong many times, the market's wrong many times, and the world is very, very difficult to predict. So you gotta be very careful on thinking everything is just trash and being overly negative, because that leads you to missing out on a tremendous opportunity in life and opportunities and things like that. Always remember that, everybody. So that is always, I can present news and discuss my opinions, and I can show you guys things are going up and down. And ooh, foil tranquil. Okay, I swear a foil tranquil is like $5, but maybe it's not anymore. Like I said, I'm skipping some of the rares here that are just kind of a couple dollars a piece, but I could be pulling down. There could be $5, $10 a box just in some of these cheaper cards, and I'm kind of putting aside. So I'm not really, oh! Or you can get a $30 Mrs. Zen over here. Holy smokes. It's crazy that you can get a $30 card in a $50 box. That's That's quite funny, you know. It's like open a $300 collector box and you're like, oh, I got a $30 card. It's like, no, this is a that one card is worth more than half the entire box. Isn't that crazy? So, anyways, we got these fun things coming up here, and it's always a nice moment when I'm able to put together these loyalty sales. And so to give you guys an idea, if you're a short-term patron, you know, oh, another Tranquil, really nice. If you're a short-term patron, you can get a case of collector boxes instead of paying, you know, $210, $220 shipped, you know, per box with tax and shipping on TCG Player. You can get, you know, 20 bucks off a box. Oh, Kiora, very nice. Buy a case, get 20 times 6, you get 120 bucks off market. Let's say you're a couple-year patron, get yourself maybe $200, $300 off per box. You're a long-term patron, say you're only paying $109 a box. I mean, my God, you can have over $100 off, half price, and essentially you can get over $600 off just buying this kind of thing. So it's going to be a pretty massive thing coming up here, and I'm pretty excited for it. I've been working on it for training grounds. I've been working on this sale for probably about 6-7 months, kind of the inventory, running the numbers, trying to get enough to make sure I don't run out in 2 minutes, and yeah, I'm hoping it's a good success. I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. That's kind of my key takeaway there. And yeah, just to jump over to the Pokemon world, just remember the old Shrouded came out, and of course everybody says it's hot trash, and the prices in the market's actually holding up and doing quite okay. I don't know why everybody thinks everything that comes out is hot trash, and then after 6 months in a year, everything becomes good again. It's just the human nature and the human psyche of short-term attitudes and opinions, everyone. So let's just focus on Magic, okay? Let's discuss this stuff, okay? I've kind of shilled for myself. And remember, folks, one last Rudy shill. If you are interested, remember, folks, I do sell draft boxes for $91 shipped to your door. No extra shipping and hidden fees. And play boxes, including Bloomburrow and Thunder Junction and Karlov, all of them. All my play boxes are $116 shipped to your door. No hidden fees. No give me your zip code and I calculate shipping. That is it, folks. So I appreciate you all supporting. What is open the way? Somebody comment below. Is this a $3, $4 card or is this a bulk quarter? It's driving me crazy. I just want to pause this video and cut the video. It's driving me nuts. And then you guys are just going to bash me in the comments telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I just want to share everything going on. Just, you know, I have to, because again, I refuse to take outside. Mrs. N. I refuse to take outside sponsors and ad reads and do all that crap in the videos. I don't like it, and it always weirds me out. So I always try to remind you all that, yeah, this video and this channel, everything is just with you all. Great box, by the way. Hold on. Just want to say, box 4 there, Taylor. Dude, $30. I mean, this alone is pretty much the cost of the box. Very cool. That was a great one. So we are already in the box 5. Like I said, these things go quick. They're tiny boxes, and we're just hunting the goodies. I mean, these things, we can churn through this stuff so fast. And like I said, this is something that's important to revisit because I'm telling you all, there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time in the next year or so we revisit this set, and it's going to be weird because watch it be super expensive. Samu! You know, I'm telling you, it's going to be a funny thing, you know. So, all right. So I want to kind of discuss the Assassin's Creed thing right now. So Bloomburrow's a hot thing. Assassin's Creed kind of came out, became all dramatic, and everybody said it was going to 0. Another open the way. God, it's like our 5th one. And then everyone said Rudy was wrong, and Assassin's Creed is going to collapse and everything. And Assassin's Creed Beyond boxes are going to be pretty much the same price as Epilogue and Aftermath. So far, let's follow up, shall we? What is the market doing? Okay, well, Assassin's Creed Beyond boxes, which are the same as these little Epilogue boxes pretty much. Same pack, same everything, I think same size and everything. Well, Assassin's Creed Beyond boxes, as of the film of this video, have dropped another, I think, $5 to $8 a box in the last 30 days. So they're sitting at about $96 plus tax on TCG Player as of the filming of this video. So they have declined by another 5, 6. They have declined below the magical $100 gross before shipping and fees and taxes and everything. We are still seeing some erosion on the Assassin's Creed regular Beyond booster boxes, okay? It does feel like it's hitting a lot of resistance, though. The reason I'm saying that is people are, well, as the prices decline, the sell-through rate has actually picked up and gotten stronger, and people are continuing to buy the boxes of Assassin's Creed at the, well, let's just call it $100, maybe $102 shipped or whatever. People are still buying it pretty strong and consistently. Now, here's the thing. That's going to be another... Oh, there she is. Mrs. N coming in hot for 25 bucks again. I think the flashy version's like 30. I think the regular is 20, 25. We still... Remember, There's been no reprint or restock, Samut again, of Assassin's Creed, the regular Beyond box. So similar to the Aftermath epilogue, I believe we're actually going to see a bounce. So what the data is telling me right now is, as long as we continue to have the sell-through rate that we're seeing on Assassin's Creed Beyond boxes, if you have them or if you're a fan of the product, I would probably sit tight on it, because the prices don't seem to be... the downward pressure has already been peaked. It's already starting to kind of let off the gas, because the stores that have dumped have already unloaded it. The people who said Assassin's Creed's going to zero, it's already gone to zero. It's kind of already over with, everyone. So as that flushes out, if you look at the market depth on Assassin's Creed, you're going to notice something interesting. That the supply and the depth of the market, going from the $100 price point, well, all the way up to probably about $110, $120, the market's getting very thinned out. There's not a lot of stores in quantity left. There's not hundreds of boxes, you know, and as long as we continue to see that kind of actual buyers throwing in bids, by the way, the end of box 5, honestly, I hate to say it, but these boxes come down to hit and misses N. You hit Mrs. N, you get a bunch of $2, $3 rares, then you get a $25 hit, and then a bunch of $2, $3, $5 mythics. So as long as you get around $30 to $40 in mythics and the rares, you're not doing bad. You can crack packs, you can enjoy it, and you're really not losing or making money. You're kind of enjoying the process, you know? So, anyways, so to continue this, the Assassin's Creed thing continues to be a very, very unpredictable thing with the Beyond boxes. And I still think the story and conversation is not over yet. I really do think we're going to see... Oh, God, really? Wow. Mrs. N again. Holy crap. I think we are actually going to continue to see some pretty... Well, some pretty decent movement. I really do. The data looks like we're going to see some upticks by the end of the year. That's what the data is showing. Now, sorry. Does that uptick... Whoa, oh, and a Mrs. 8. Wow, that's a nice little double pack there. Is it enough to really, you know, make people excited? I don't know about that. Because when the market rejects something and the market makes up its mind, which, well, everybody's made up their mind that Assassin's Creed is worthless, the brand is worthless, everything about it is worthless. Is this a cigar? I thought the Sicardia was worth something that rare. Maybe not. Since, you know, when the market's kind of already made up its mind, it's very difficult to change things in the future. You know, we've talked about that with the Lord of the Rings holiday specials and the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. You know, these things, if they come out and it's a soft launch or whatever it is, or a weak launch, or a collapse at the beginning, even when it performs good in the future, it's very, very difficult to get the public to change its attitude on things, Samut. And that's something that's always going to be going against, you know, Epilogue here, and Assassin's Creed now. Same thing with Karlov Manor. Even when the prices in the market shift, then it starts to become a tug of war of, yeah, right, that ain't worth that. I remember when that was this price. The price memory and the Debbie Downers come in saying, yeah, right, that's trash. I remember that product. And, you know, Baldur's Gate was fighting with that for quite a long time. Baldur's Gate, we actually saw people refuse to acknowledge Mrs. N, to assume that there was any opportunity in Baldur's Gate. That was like a thing for like the longest time, man. I mean, just the Baldur's Gate thing. And I was like, you know, whatever, man. I paid, you know, Baldur's Gate collector boxes at release. Oh my God, my cost was, I don't know, $225 or something was store cost. Kiora. And I remember selling Baldur's Gate collectors for $39, $49 to patrons, thinking I was giving a great deal. And then the whole thing just collapsed. And then all the boxes I kept just collapsed. I was like, wow. And remember, Baldur's Gate, you know, hit a low of probably 110, 120 range. It was a nasty collapse. But then time went on, and the market started going, whoa, 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 another tranquil. The market started realizing, wait a second, I don't know if $100 collector boxes of, you know, Baldur's Gate is really the correct price point. I don't know about that. I'm starting to think, that seems a little off, everybody. Ooh, foil training ground. That's a nice little hit. You know, and of course, the rest is history. The market repriced it, and Baldur's Gate's, ooh, another training ground. You know, Baldur's Gate came back with a vengeance. You know, and that's the history there, you know. I do want to talk about the Assassin's Creed collector boxes, because that was one that Rudy kind of stuck his neck out and was all dramatic. But before we do, holy crap, look at box 6. 25 Nissa, plus, oh my god, double Mrs. N, a Samut over here, a Kiora. Holy smokes. Again, that was a pretty nice little collector box there. Or collector box, beyond box. That was a nice little box, man. So anyways, moving into box 7 already. Like I said, 25 minutes. We already done, good lord, we already burned through so many boxes of these things. That's what I'm saying. These, you can churn through these things looking for the goodie cards, man. You can just burn. So, all right, Assassin's Creed collector boxes. As of the filming, 230, oh, Nixie, 230 plus tax. So what? What do you guys want to call it? 250? 245? Let's call it 245 shipped to your door. 245 for Assassin's Creed collectors shipped to your door. All right? That's where they're sitting. That's so we can talk about that. I still maintain, I know everyone's going to laugh at me, I still think Assassin's Creed boxes, collector boxes, under 300 are a good entry point and a good buy for anyone who believes long-term and is into collecting, investing, or anything to do with steel product. I still think these are very fair and very good entry points. And I'm going to say it again, the print run and supply of these things is abysmal. I swear that's a $3 card. Here's a nice Sarkin Mythic. I'm going to kind of say it again there. Based on, even though the market's rejected it and said it's crap, and Assassin's Creed's going to 0 and all this, and Rudy, I can't believe how much Rudy hosed everybody and all this stuff. I know, I hose you on every single release that comes out. It goes to 0, everybody loses. No matter how everybody feels, I still think that there is more opportunity, and the market is struggling to understand how to price it, and I do not, there's no way, oh, Mrs. N, and it opened the way. There's no way an Assassin's Creed collector product that has a print run that low, okay, is a $200 collector box. There's no way. There's no way the price just people like, why would you unload it? To me, and I know this is a terrible take, but I'm going to say it anyways. It reminds me of the Lord of the Rings and the Ixalan collector boat training grounds. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, Rudy. Those are infinitely better sets. The chase cards, the power level, everything is infinitely better. Oop, Karn. You know, everything, you know, good for commander, EDH use. There's all these other playables, and Lord, I get it. But I'm just saying, you cannot downplay when a set is super short printed like that. They're like, people are acting like all this Assassin's Creed collector boxes are just sitting out there. And no, I don't have any for sale, so I'm not trying to pump your, your stepsister or anything. Well, she is cute, especially on the laundry day. But there's no, I don't have any Assassin's Creed collector boxes for sale. I'm working on actually getting some, actually, Mrs. N. I actually do want, well, all right, we're 27 minutes in the video. No one's listening to this. I actually am working on getting some more cases of Assassin's Creed, just the regular Beyond boxes. I do want to do a cheap sale on that, because I haven't offered that just one time since release. And I still think it's a fun product to open. The cheap price point, I still think it's a cool thing. I am trying to get some more of Assassin's Creed Beyond, because I do want to run a second sale in the future. As far as the collector boxes, you guys have lost your mind. If you think I'm trying to pump that and sell you, no, I don't have any. You're on your own. Okay, box 7. And Sarkin, Narset, we got Karn. That's a weaker one, okay? This is maybe 20 bucks in Mythics, maybe 25, we're lucky. I'm not going to call that a super huge hit one there. So, all right, Taylor, it's very interesting, as always, to see the difference on a case opening. You've had a tremendous amount of Mrs. N hits. I'd say probably, what, 3, 4 of your boxes already had that hit. But anyways, I want to finish my rant on the Assassin's Creed thing. It's such a hot topic and important thing to discuss. I don't think people are really giving us credit. I think, based on what I'm seeing, because I want to comment here. Is anybody following the serialized card market at all? Is anybody even just, understanding what's going on with the serialized card? Is anybody following, like, the Lord of the Rings, like the poster cards? Is anybody following the Doctor Who? Sorry. Like, the prices of serialized cards continue to, well, they continue to hold their own and be pretty decent, okay? It continues to be a pretty, pretty actual kind of stable, performing better than people thought it would hold up. Everybody thought, including me, I was very skeptical. I said, we need a good 5 years to know, ooh, look at that, Nixie. You have to see what serialized cards will truly be worth, how they can truly hold their value, and, we don't know. We just don't have enough information and data to know what the long-term value of those things are going to be. And, well, people want them. So far, only like 2 years into serialized cards, and it's been a pretty successful thing. So, back to the Assassin's Creed, okay? You can't have $1,000 serialized cards in Assassin's Creed in collector boxes continue to go down to nothing. Okay? Like, you can't. Like, that's just not a thing. People acting like Assassin's Creed collector boxes are going to drop to $80 like Aftermath. It's just, no, there's not enough. There's not enough of this stuff, man. It doesn't, remember, I think, I feel like we need to have a basic conversation of how the prices move and how TCG Player and eBay work. Let's have a basic fundamental, Rudy's High School 101, okay? When stores get products, they need to unload them and get their money back. Okay? Well, because of that, they are forced to sell at whatever market price is at release. We still on the same page? Now, if a product does well, I don't know, Bloomberg, at release, the amount of buyers stepping up, wanting and excited for the product is so strong, the price holds steady and actually upticks as people keep buying the cheapest listing on the... Oh! Foil Mrs. N. Ooh, there's our first foil. Ooh, that's a nice one. Best hit of the video, I think. Okay, sorry, Taylor. I know. So when people go on TCG Player, it sorts by the cheapest sealed product, okay? So when people keep buying the cheapest price, it removes the cheapest price from the market, and it continues to make the next higher price the cheapest. So it's essentially a bid-ask system like Wall Street, and people buy the cheap, ooh, another fillback, and prices start to go up based on how many buyers are stepping up, okay? I feel like I'm just having a cheesy conversation, but I feel like it's almost important at this point. That was a great one. Holy crap. That was like, I think it was a profitable box between the Tranquil Frillbacks, the Training Grounds, the flipping foil Nissa. That was a great box, man. Holy smokes. So, as that happens, you start having upticks. So technically, stores, quote unquote, in most scenarios are not raising the prices. It's the cheap ones get bought. And all that's left is more and more expensive stuff on the market. Now, some stores will then start to reprice their items higher because they're starting to see, whoa, wait a minute. The market's swinging. Things are going up. Do I want to blow this out? Wait a second. All of a sudden, if you're sitting there eating, waffle fries and tacos or something, okay? And you look at your phone and you sell a box. Oops, sorry. And you sell a box of Assassin's Creed for $200 per collector box. And then you eat 2 more waffle fries. And another box sells for $205. And then another box sells for $208. You're going, wait a minute, wait, hold on a second. You're going to look at your 10 boxes that you have left, and you're either going to do one of two things. You're going to pull them off of the market to see what happens when the price settles, or you're going to raise the price because it's starting to blow out way too quick. That is how it works, folks. So again, most of these price increases in repricing that we discuss on this channel are actually not from stores raising the price. It's because the buyers and the people throwing in the bids are outpacing, well, how many boxes are left on the market. The supply and demand curve starts to get shifted. And the only way to stop that is buyers say, well, the price is starting to move up. I bought at 200, then 210, then 220. Now it's 250, now it's 300. And Rudy said anything under 300 is a buy, and over 300 is too much. So it hits 300 and the buyers start to back away. Because they say, that seems too expensive. I don't know about that. They start to back down, okay? And then you stop having that strong uptick, okay? But then one of two things are going to happen. Stores are going to see the price. Oop, another open away. Or they're going to see the price. Oh, that's Font of Blessings is so cool. I swear the cigar, one of these cigars is expensive. I don't know. Maybe I've been screwing that up the whole video. So one of two things are going to happen, okay? And either, buyers are going to step back, and then the market's going to stabilize. Or stores are going to see the uptick, and they're going to start listing more boxes that they didn't have on the market to cash in the product. Now, as they list more boxes, it's going to put downward pressure now unless the buyers continue to throw bids on the market. Now, many times, the buyers don't. As the price goes higher, the bids and the customers, they kind of say, well, I liked it for 200. I'd do 250, but now 300, I don't know about 300 a box. Let me sit it out right now. Oh, 400, 500? I can't afford that. I just refuse to pay that. Skip that. That's a pump and dump scalper ripoff, Rudy ripoff scam. Hashtag Rudy ripoff scam. Somebody in the comment section, if you're still watching 35 minutes in, hashtag Rudy ripoff scam. Show me that you're 35 minutes in this video and actually someone's listening. I feel like no one listens to these videos this long. I usually don't like doing box openings this long, but the epilogue, these boxes are so small. Oh, throwback. They're so small and everything. Wow. It's the first time I've seen Mrs. J in the retro foil, or the retro frame this whole video. Holy smokes. So that brings us all the way. Holy crap. That was our worst box. Straight up, that was our worst box. 3 mythics, all a couple dollars. Terrible. That was not a good box. So, I want to remind everyone how this stuff, I feel like sometimes I think we just skip over the basics of, does everybody know how this works? Are people aware of what causes price upticks or what? I feel like a lot of people don't. Open the way. So, yeah. When it comes down to Assassin's Creed now, we saw the excitement, and then Rudy was warning everyone that the supply is so low, it does look like another scenario where anything under $300 a box is a fair price. I said that many times. I said it with Lord of the Rings things. I said it with different sets. There's different sets. I've talked about certain price points. And, you know, in this particular scenario, the market firmly disagreed with Rudy's opinion. The box price overshot to like $400 a box, which was a little ridiculous. And then the box price just constantly started to tank. And what happened was, every store in the country continued to list their boxes for sale to lock in the profit or lock in whatever is going on. And, well, the buyers straight up said nope. The buyers rejected it. And even with a limited supply and a very tight print run, the Assassin's Creed situation immediately became complicated. A very polarizing, as with everything in life, situation where everybody believed something different, and everybody thought that even though it has a low print run, serialized cards and this and that, and the cards are quite beautiful actually, everybody felt it was overpriced, rip-off, trash, junk, pump and dump trash. Oh, training grounds. Hey, a nice retro Samut in the Amon Kitty Cat multiverse frame. That's a nice little surprise. That's the first time we've seen that. So, hey, in a Karn. Whoa, okay. Now we're starting to get some, that's a nice little energy there, Taylor. Come on, Mrs. N. So that is a good example and a good historical learning situation about what happened with the Assassin's Creed. Now, as with many things, this is where we get to the end of the video. We've only got probably about 8-9 minutes left here for Taylor going our multiverse cracking here. Just to kind of sum this up. Just because this is what's happening now does not mean that this is the correct price. It does not mean the market is right or wrong when it comes to Assassin's Creed or Epilogue or anything. Because as we've learned, the market can be wrong for a long time. And the market can really screw things up. And in the long run, it tends to self-correct and figure it out. But remember, folks, Mrs. N, remember, folks, you got to be real. So the reason I'm saying that, 2 packs left. You have to be careful to say, Rudy, it's already down so much. I want to make a move. Remember, these products can stay cheap. They can stay mispriced for a long time. So just because, don't think you can jump in. And remember, folks, time in the market always beats time in the market. Oh my God, that's it? Just those 4? That was another weaker one. I'm sorry. That was another weaker one, Taylor. That was just not. Box 11 of 12, 38 minutes into this journey of endurance of American Ninja Warrior. And we're over here on the hunt for Mrs. N's as we discuss the magic market. And I thought this was a great time with this type of product to really discuss the Assassin's Creed situation. And that's why we are doing that today. Taylor, overall, you have a couple boxes that you did really well. The last 2 boxes have been pretty weak. And, well, we're down to the end here, actually. I know you've been waiting a few weeks for this video to come live, but it's been crazy. And I also need to make sure I have a longer time frame available of no interruptions to film a longer box opening like this. So it's always sometimes a little more difficult on my schedule because this has to be filmed on like a weekend when my phone's not blowing up and different interruptions or freight trucks and, you know, distributors are calling and different, you know, UPS and FedEx and, you know, family things or school stuff. You know, so sometimes these longer box openings can be a little, training grounds can be a little tricky for me. So same thing, like I still have a little MetaZoo video coming up here. We're going to crack some Rudy crayon packs to see, get the patron can get a full Rudy crayon eater set. And we'll do a little 10-minute recap on the MetaZoo market and the bankruptcies and courts and all the legal problems those crazy people are going through over there. I haven't really heard anything positive come out of it, but we'll definitely be talking about that pretty soon. And anyways, but that's overall, I thought this was a great time to really compare and contrast with, well, the Assassin's Creed to the Epilogue situation. And no, I do not think the prices are going to hit the same thing with each other. So for those of you out there still waiting and still expecting, you know, that the prices and things are going to line up, I think you're incorrect. I don't believe we are going to see that. I don't believe we are going to see any form of price parity where Assassin's Creed becomes $50 boxes. Oops, I just don't think that's going to happen. I'm sorry. These are not the same products. You know, yes, this is a cheaper product, but the power level, the type of cards, the type of chases, in the collector boxes has serialized cards and some crazy things. I just don't think we're going to see that kind of thing. I'm sorry, everybody, but that is the overall Rudy opinion, and that is just the way it. Oh, Mrs. C. That's just the way it's going to be, everybody. But and actually, you know what? Actually, we may not be able to finish this last box opening here because my camera is blinking because we've been recording for 4. Oh God, that's our first appearance. Every once in a while, we get these crazy different version hits in the whole box. Yeah, Taylor, looks like we are not going to make it. We're 40-something minutes in. My camera is blinking. So, unfortunately, we are going to have to send you the very last box sealed with all your cards here because I do not think the camera is giving me warning and it may be overheating or something. I know my camera, I start hitting these 30, 40-minute videos. The camera does not like that many times. So, I think we're going to cut it off here, give you guys my closing statements. Unfortunately, Taylor, 3 mythics. I feel like at the end here, we're losing steam. These earlier ones, we had a ton of misses, ends, and everything. But that's my closing comment, everybody, okay? And Taylor, I'm going to send you 1 sealed box out of your 12, though. If you want me to, I can even sign the box if you want. I think it's just, the point is I want everyone to really think besides just, oh, that product sucks. Oh, that product's good. I just think things are a lot more complicated than people let on. And I think, and I remain pretty kind of bullish and optimistic about the future of all these CCGs. And, you know, the Magic, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, Sorcery, Weiss, and everything. I do think there's a pretty fun, exciting, bright future for most of this stuff. I don't see any major problems. And, I mean, Magic's been on a tear. These things have been doing very well. And, yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed the prices are kind of flat, but it was still a very successful product. You can't sit back and just say it failed because it didn't. And I think that's something that a lot of people have a hard time accepting. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the Rudy Rambles here for a very long video as we cut the camera off here before it just fries itself. You'll have a beautiful day out there.